What is up, you guys? It is your boy Pretty Boy Floyd here, and in today's video I'm going to talk about how you will never have abs and how you will never have that body of your dreams. The main reason is because you're bullshitting. And that's just going to summarize it up for this whole video, but I'm just going to get down to 5 reasons why you will not have that body of your dreams or reach your body goals. So let's get into reason number 1. Reason number 1 is that you don't know where to start, or at least you don't think that you know where to start. Let me tell you something. When it comes to discovering new things in history and whatever, we're not just talking about fitness, we're talking about inventions, we're talking about just life in general. The way that the universe works is big risk, big reward. When people are discovering new things, at first they don't know what the hell the outcome is going to be. They don't know what the hell the result is going to be. You're trying to find what works best for you. Does this food satiate you more than this? Or does this food keep you more energized? Does this food make you more sleepy? Does keto work? Does paleo work? Does flexible dieting work? A lot of this stuff is just experimenting with your body. And I know that experimenting sounds kind of negative. It sounds like something that you shouldn't mess with. When it comes to fitness and when it comes to changing your body, you're not 100% gonna know what's going on in your body, all the little things that it's doing, and your body's doing millions of things. So you hear about all these diets, keto, paleo, flexible dieting, vegan, yada yada yada, all this stuff to lose weight and to lower your body fat percentage. In order to get abs, in order to get the body that you want, you have to lower your body fat percentage for the most part. So when you're saying that you don't know where to start, you do know where to start. You've heard of all these diets, you've heard of to do this and to do that. I've tried anywhere from like 5 to 10 different diets and techniques and stuff like that in order to get to where I'm at. It all comes down to just being in a caloric deficit, and I'll just put a nice little infographic of what I'm talking about. All these diets basically just point to putting you in a caloric deficit. It's almost tricking a person into being in a caloric deficit, and that's what it just comes down to, you guys. What you'll notice is that people who start keto, paleo, all these other diets and shit like that, if you ever hear somebody say, oh, I'm going to cut out sugar, sodas, fast food and all that, it's all going to put a person into a caloric deficit for the most part. If they haven't dieted before, that's going to remove all the calorically dense foods that they've been eating, and it's going to put them in a caloric deficit. What you're also going to see is that these people will adapt healthier lifestyles or start going to the gym. Maybe they'll start walking to work. Maybe they'll start getting up and moving more. They'll drink more water. All this stuff is going to help a person lose weight. It's not one magical diet that's going to make you lose weight. All it comes down to is just putting yourself in a caloric deficit, and what that means is that you are burning more calories than your body is storing. So to give you an example of what my diet, or I like to say lifestyle, I don't like to say diet, because it's not just what foods I eat, but it's what I do and how I do things and how I schedule my eating. It's all a lifestyle. It doesn't become a diet anymore. I just want to give you guys an example of how I look at all these diets and how I sort of take principles from them and make them into my own unique lifestyle, and how they help me adhere to my diet and how they help me keep myself in shape. I look at intermittent fasting as just a way to shorten my eating window. So what that basically means is that I'm having bigger meals throughout the day, and I'm not having little small meals throughout the day. I'm having big meals that will satiate me for a long time, and especially when I'm going to bed, I don't like going to bed hungry. So I find that me pushing my meals later on in the day, I'm not as hungry this night, and I'm not gonna wake up hungry in the middle of the night. So for an example, for somebody who doesn't intermittent fast, they'll wake up at 7 o'clock, have their breakfast at 7 or 8 o'clock, and then they'll probably be hungry around 2 hours later. So they'll eat something else at like 10 o'clock, and then they'll have lunch at like 1 o'clock, and then they'll have like a little snack in between dinner, then dinner at like 5 o'clock. So what I'm saying is that intermittent fasting just compresses that all into a smaller eating window. I just like intermittent fasting for the reason that it shortens my eating window and it keeps me satiated for a long period of time. Greg Gallagher recently came out with a video on intermittent fasting just to simplify intermittent fasting. A lot of people like to complicate intermittent fasting by saying, oh, it's all these hormonal effects, it'll boost this and boost that and yada yada yada, and you know, put all this science shit that kind of just confuses people. What Greg Gallagher was saying is that basically when you wake up, 6 hours from any time that you just woke up, just fast for 6 hours. You woke up at like 5 o'clock, fast for 6 hours and have your first meal at 11. Or if you wake up at 6 o'clock, fast for 6 hours and have your first meal at 12. So for example, I have a set sleep schedule. I go to bed at like 8 or 9 o'clock. I will wake up at 5 or 6 o'clock. So that's already like 9-10 hours of fasting right there. I have like a waking fast. I guess that's what we'll call it, a waking fast. So I'll fast for 6 hours and I have my first meal typically around 12 o'clock. Sometimes I will like to push it to, I don't know, let's say more in the afternoon, like 3 or 4 o'clock. Whenever I fast for that long, it's no problem with me going to sleep because I know that I'm full. Sometimes I'm hungrier depending on the day for whatever reason, and I'll just listen to my body and I'll break the fast earlier, like 11 o'clock or so, probably like 11. I think 11 is probably the earliest that I'll break it. But typically I really try and just break the fast at 12 o'clock. So another lifestyle that I like to adapt is fasted cardio. I like to go to the gym and just get it out of the way in the morning. Probably doesn't work for somebody who likes to go to the gym in the afternoon. But for me, I like to go to the gym in the morning and just get it over with. Go to the gym, hit my prescribed weights and get out. I don't like to fuck around or anything. I just like to go in there, get the work done and get out. So I have no problem running on the treadmill, doing a weight training session for 40 minutes and just not eating anything. And I can do that with no problem. I've been doing that for years and I find that's what works best for me. You might want to try and implement that. So the keto diet has been a very, I guess, trendy diet that's been going on. With the keto diet, the only thing that I like to implement is low carbohydrates, and I don't eat low carb all the time. And I think that might be the problem with keto, is that just eating low carb for that long period of time isn't really sustainable. What I do is a lifestyle, it's not a diet. It's not something I just go in and go out of. I do this for life. You know, I do this to keep myself in shape. Low carbohydrate diets, they are beneficial in fat loss, especially when your fat loss has stalled or when you want to like speed it up for, let's say, if you're doing a photo shoot or something like that. When I do go low carb, it's for a very short amount of time. If I'm in a low carbohydrate diet for a long time, I'm definitely going to feel restricted and I'm definitely going to feel like I want to binge. That's the thing with keto. It's not sustainable for most people. For some people, they can stick to it and that's cool. And I swear to God, if you're on keto, please do not go in the comments and just rant about how great keto is. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear it, you know. So the main thing that I like to follow is flexible dieting, or if it fits your macros. And I track my macronutrients. A lot of people say that, oh, you're just tracking calories and stuff like that. But it gets deeper than just tracking calories. When it comes to tracking my macronutrients, I have to hit a certain amount of protein, carbs, and fats. And if I hit those protein, carbs, and fats, then my calories will be in check. The reason why you want to track your macronutrients, and at first, I wasn't so big on tracking my macronutrients because I was just like, well, if I'm in a caloric deficit, then I'm going to lose weight. And it did work. It did work for a while, me just being in a caloric deficit and losing weight. And it did work. But sometimes I would see more fluctuations on the scale if I was just tracking my calories. Once I started to track my carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, weight on a scale became more consistent and I wasn't seeing those big jumps on a scale, like 3 pounds up, 3 pounds down, 3 pounds. What I'm trying to say is that tracking your macronutrients is a lot more accurate than tracking your calories, just because with food labels, God, I can go all day when it talks about food labels and how they kind of manipulate the food labels to make the food lower in calories than what it is. But I can talk about that on a later date. But mainly what I want to talk about is carbohydrates and fiber. People who are on keto, they can subtract fiber from their diet if they are tracking their food. Most people who do keto just don't track their food. I think that's another problem with keto, is that people think that they don't need to track their food. What I mean is that with carbohydrate companies, they can actually subtract fiber from their carbohydrate count and then label the food lower in calories than what it is. I'll put an example of what I'm talking about up here. If you do the math and if you don't subtract fiber, the calories are higher than what the food label says. So that's why I track macronutrients. You don't have to do that. That's just what I do. Some people do just fine subtracting fiber, and that's cool. If that works for you, then do that. All I'm saying is that I don't subtract fiber. Reason number 2 is that you think that you're good enough. A lot of you guys haven't been through enough pain in your life. A lot of you guys haven't been through some shit that's going to just fire you up. A lot of you guys need to have a fire lit under your ass. A lot of you guys need to go through some pain in order to change your body. A lot of you guys are content with certain things, and some of you guys probably were very spoiled when you were younger, And that's why when you're older now you're complaining that, oh, my metabolism has slowed down, and that's what everybody else's metabolism is doing. It's slowing down. Now I have a fucking dad bod. Look, stop making that excuse. I know you're older, and I know yada yada yada. Look, listen to me. Just listen. Just 1 second. Listen to me. If you skip past this whole fucking video and do not just listen to this part. Look at your lifestyle now. I'm talking to the people who are older adults who are in their 30s and 40s and who have kids and who have a wife and yada yada yada, and are saying, oh, it's just because you're young, and it's just because your metabolism is fast, and once you get older your metabolism is going to slow down, and then you're going to have a dad bod. Look, listen. Right now, look at your lifestyle. You probably have a sedentary job. You're probably sitting out on your ass all day. You don't get involved in any sports that you used to when you were younger, because when you were younger, you were probably playing some kind of sports. You were probably going to the club, you were walking around, and your fat ass is probably eating more than you used to. So just get that in your head. You're eating more than you used to when you were younger, and you are not doing shit. That's just the law of thermodynamics. You were burning more calories than you were taking in. And now you're not. You're working less and eating more. That's what you're doing. And that's what everybody does. And a lot of people don't like to admit to that. A lot of people don't like to come to that reality that, hey, I'm slipping. You know, I'm slipping. I'm slipping. And a lot of people don't like to do that because, I mean, food is good. You know what I'm saying? Sitting on your ass all day, not gonna lie, feels pretty good. It feels pretty good sitting on your ass all day, watching a movie, laying in bed, watching YouTube videos. Yes, I'm looking at y'all. Watching YouTube videos and not going to the gym. It feels good to skip a gym day. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But what you have to come to realize is that, like, you need to change. Like, you need to change your lifestyle. If you really want to change, then you just have to get up off your ass and do something. It's very simple, but it's very hard to actually do. The more that you think about it, the more excuses you're gonna come up with. And the longer that you're going to be out of the gym. You have to kind of fight that. You have to fight the urge to just sit around all day and not do anything. What it comes down to is consistency. Probably like 3 out of the 6 days that I go to the gym, I don't fucking feel like it. I literally tell myself I do not feel like going to the gym. But you know what? After I come from the gym, not once. I've never said, not once, damn, I wish I never went to the gym today. Damn, I wish I... Ask yourself, when have you ever come from the gym and said, damn, I shouldn't have went to the gym today? But you know what you do say to yourself? Damn, I should have went to the gym today. That is simple as that. And that will just get you up off your ass. Even if you get up, drive to the gym, you know what I'm saying, geared up, got your duffel bag, got your weightlifting belt, got your water bottle, walk into the weight room, look at the weights, and just walk right out. At least you got up off your ass, and at least you got up and did something. And literally some days I'll go to the gym and I'll do like a set of 10, and I'll just be like, you know what, I just don't feel like it today. But guess what? I'm one step ahead of the guy who's sitting on his ass watching Netflix. Sometimes it just gets down to that point. And you just have to do that. So reason number 3 or 4, I don't even fucking know what I'm on. Getting into the next reason, some of you guys haven't been through enough pain. There have been times in my diet, and there have been times when I went to the gym and I said, I don't fucking feel like going. I don't want to do this last rep. I don't want to do this last set. Man, I just want to binge. I just want to do this. I just want to, I just want to quit. David Goggins has a cookie jar method. If you don't know who David Goggins is, he's like a ultra marathon runner, ex-Navy SEAL guy. Just look him up and just look up the cookie jar method. Basically what the cookie jar method is that whenever you feel like you can't do something, whenever you feel like life is getting hard, think about the times that you have overcome an obstacle. Think about the times where somebody told you that you can't do this. Think about the times where a bitch has broke your heart. Think about the times where somebody has said that you look like shit, or somebody says that you look fat, somebody says that you look ugly, somebody says that you look like this, you look like that. Somebody has hurt your feelings, and just take that out on the weights. Or somebody has told you that you can't do this or you can't do that. For me, my main motivator is pain. My main motivator is niggas talking shit. And I'll just take that out on the weights. That's one of my motivators. But with David Goggins, he said that one of his motivators was thinking of an accomplishment that he did or overcoming an obstacle. And that's the same thing that I do too, is that I will think of an obstacle that I've overcome, or somebody has said that I couldn't do this and I proved them wrong and I actually did do it. The thing is that you just have to believe in yourself. I know that sounds whack, but you just have to know who you are, know yourself, know your value, and know that you can fucking do this. And don't let anybody, not even your fucking brain, tell you that you can't do this. Some of you guys need a cookie in your cookie jar. That's what I'm saying. On to the next reason. I don't know how many reasons I'm on. On to the next reason is that you are way too afraid to fail. You're way too afraid to be humiliated. You are way too afraid to mess something up. When you're doing this, your body is an experiment. You're trying new things, you're trying something new, and you're afraid that you're gonna fuck up and that you'll end up worse. Let me tell you something, bro. You're not gonna end up worse. You will end up better than the guy that you were. The secret is that when you fail, and let's say you go out on the bench, and let's say that you fuck up on your diet, and it's been like a week and you're up and you're back up on a scale to the weight that you were at, or even higher than the weight that you were at. The secret is to get back up and to start again and to keep on trying and trying. And if something doesn't work, or if a diet is making you binge all the time, then maybe you have to switch something up, and maybe you just have to tweak it. Like, you have to tweak your lifestyle. Same thing what I was saying in reason number 1 is that I take principles from everything. Like, I listen to everybody. I'm very open-minded when it comes to this whole fitness and dieting thing. I just brush past all the bullshit when people are talking about, oh, there's this magical food, and this magical yada yada yada, and this magically melts fat and yada. Like, once you are in this for long enough, you kind of have an eye for what's bullshit and what's not, and what can you implement into your lifestyle and what you don't want to implement. All this is just, I just take little bits and pieces from everybody. Don't discredit any diet, don't discredit any person, because there is something that you're not doing that they're doing that will probably help you out. You have to fail your way to success. I think Michael Jordan probably said that. I'm pretty sure Michael Jordan said that, is to fail your way to success. And that's what it comes to with this diet, because I can't tell you how many times I failed, but guess what? I'm still right here. 3 years later, I'm still right here. And I failed countless amounts of times, but I've gotten my body to a place where I'm happy with it. Not happy as in content, but I'm happy and confident in my body. And I like where things are going. And that's not to say I'm okay, that's it, I stopped, that's it, I'm here, you know what? I'm good, I'm satisfied, because being content is a very dangerous thing. You do not want to take this for granted. This is a process, and it doesn't stop. It does not stop. Path to perfection, like when you're chasing perfection, there's nothing wrong with chasing perfection. There's nothing wrong with that, because you're gonna be way better than the guy who is chasing just good enough. So I'm always getting off topic when I talk about this kind of stuff, but what I'm trying to say is that don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to fuck up. Just try it. If it doesn't work for you, you don't have to keep on doing it. You can try something else. But the number one thing is do not give up. Just do not give up. That's it. Don't give up. No matter how hard you get fucked up, no matter how hard life tries to fuck you up, no matter how hard life tries to fuck you up, do not give up. Do not give up. So this is the last reason. I don't know if this is reason number 5. Whenever I go on these rants or whatever, I kind of just let myself loose, and I just see what I come up with. The last reason is you are too content, that you have gotten to a good place with your body goals. You're like, you know what, this is good enough, this is good. That's the thing, man. Being content, that's a very dangerous thing to do, because then you start taking it for granted, and then you're like, you know what, I'm already good. This one bowl of ice cream won't hurt. This one bowl of cereal won't hurt. Me going to the movies, having this whole pizza, it won't hurt. You know, my body's good. You know, it's good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. And then a week goes by and your abs are gone. This is why you make it a lifestyle. It is not a diet. It is a lifestyle. Do not become content with yourself. You know, know thyself. Know your body. Read up on books on body fat. Read up on people who have gone through weight loss journeys. Even if you're skinny like me, I was never a guy who was like 200 pounds overweight or something like that. I was never a person who was overweight. I was underweight, at a point in my life where kids would call me anorexic and stuff like that. So I don't know what it's like to be overweight. I go through the same shit that an overweight person goes through in order to lose weight. I don't want to tell you how to live your life, and I don't want to tell you what I do. Like I said, this is a unique journey. This is for you, but for me, I don't listen to people who are like, accept yourself, who are like, oh, don't do that, accept yourself, don't try and change yourself, accept yourself, yada yada yada. Those same people are the same people who accept defeat. You are a human being. You have to evolve. If you're not changing, if you're not growing, then you're not evolving. You're not getting better as a person. If you don't change with the times, then you're gonna get lost in the times. If you don't, like, you as a human, like, that's just what we do, you know? And the sun is blowing me out, man. So yeah, so the same people who are saying accept yourself are the same people who are accepting defeat. Don't listen to those people. Those people don't want to change, you know? You like, we're like, I'm talking about like I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk, you know what? Because then that's going to cause a shitstorm. Like, seriously. I don't want to talk about those type of people who say accept yourself, because you know what I'm talking about. And those types of people take it way too far. Those types of people do not want to change their life for the better. They just want to stay stagnant, and they don't want to change. They don't want to get better. So yeah, that's the last reason. I swear this whole fucking clip is like 30 minutes long and I have to edit it. So that's the end of this video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just know I'm gonna hear a whole bunch of stupid ass comments, but if this helps you guys, if this helps you out, I mean, that's all I wanted to do. That's all. I just want to help you guys out, because this would have really helped me out in the beginning of my journey, and I hope it will help you guys out, and I hope this will motivate you guys to change your lifestyle if you are trying to change your body. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, like it. If you want to share this with somebody who is also on a weight loss or a body goal journey or whatever, if they want to change their body for the best, then please go ahead and share this with them. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. I'm not sure if this is reason number 5, but you'll see it all the time on social media. People who, I'm not gonna say what kind of people they are, but just people who are like, accept yourself, and these people usually don't look that good. Whoa, that was fucked up. Alright, don't say that. Please don't say that. Please don't say that. No, cut that out. Don't say that. You're gonna cause a shitstorm. You're gonna cause a shitstorm in the comments.